First bird of the day, the rare wooden red-headed woodpecker. I'm just cruising Nichols Lake Road looking for anything. And over the years I've had bobcat, wolf, of course great gray owls, porcupines, ermine, lots of stuff on this road. Virtually Live 31. It is December 7th, 2022. And today we're just gonna do a little early winter birding in the Sax-Zim Bog. Oh, there's a northern shrike. Hold on. No, pine grosbeak. We got a small flock of redpolls and a small flock of pine grosbeaks up in the trees. The redpolls are eating birch seeds, which is very normal. We don't expect a big eruption of redpolls this year because according to the winter finch forecast 2022-2023, there's a big seed crop of birches up north and alder. So, you know, if there's no birch seeds up north, we see them come down here to the south. And similarly, I can't say that word. And likewise, the pine grosbeaks also have a big seed crop up north. Ash seeds, mountain ash berries. And these guys are not going to be super abundant this year, but we've got a few here eating black ash seeds. More redpolls right up here. It's about 5 degrees and dead calm. A little bit of snow. So this is like perfect great gray owl weather. They like it warm for winter, which up here, northern Minnesota, means above zero. They like it calm. It's dead calm now. Snowing is great. And what else? Oh, overcast. It's cloudy. What they don't like is bitterly cold, 20 below zero, sunny and windy. Then they're very difficult to find. Let's head on down the road. Shaping up to be a really good Bohemian waxwing year. Just had a flock of about 40 along Nichols Lake Road. I think the Bohemian waxwings are feeding on winterberry. They also love mountain ash berries and crab apples. Note their rusty undertail coverts, and that's probably the easiest and fastest way to separate them from cedar waxwings, which can occur in the winter as well. And a little further down Nichols Lake Road, came across this very cool red morph ruffed grouse. Most of the ones we see are the gray morph. But yeah, what a stunning bird. Usually pop out dawn and dusk to feed on the buds of aspens. And in this case, it's feasting on birch buds. But yeah, they come out late and early to avoid their nemesis, the goshawk, which is a daytime hunter. I hear woodpecker, I see flaked bark, but hairy woodpeckers do that too, so it's probably not a black-backed. I hear a hairy, but let's check it out. Okay, no boreal chickadee. Little flock of blackcaps came into my fishing and my call, and yeah, it was just a hairy flaking bark and these old spruces. Yeah, I don't know who learned it from who, but we always used to say that if you see the bark flaked off a spruce, it's going to be a black-backed woodpecker, but hairies do it too. They've probably always done it. Whew. Fingertips are frozen. It's got to be closer to zero. And the reason I knew I could bushwhack in here, because this is county land, state land. And I found that out with a handy tool that you can use too, called the St. Louis County Land Explorer app. And wherever you are, you can just zoom in and click on that spot and it'll tell you who the landowner is. And if it's county or state land, you can go in there and look around, snowshoe, but don't get lost. You should always carry a compass or a fully charged cell phone, but you know what? They don't last very long. The charge doesn't last very long in the winter, so don't go far. I forgot I put my bubbler outside to chill. Yeah, frozen. Welcome Center opened for the season on Saturday, December 3rd. And yeah, come on up, check it out. Check out the new addition, the Lois King Education Center, where these videos were taken right out the window. Yes, the Pileated Woodpecker here feeding on one of the rib cages we put out. And believe it or not, these evening grosbeak videos were taken right out the window of the Lois King Education Center. So yeah, man, I'm getting wimpy. Don't even have to freeze our fingers off to get some awesome photos and video. Check our website for head naturalist Clinton's upcoming field trips as well. Many are booked, but there's still a few spots. There was a northern hawk owl reported on Admiral Road a couple days ago, and then yesterday it was refound here along County Road 7, just south of Sax Road. Oh, what's that? Teed up? No, looks too big. Ooh, dark morph rough-legged hawk. Stone Lake Road can be good for, well, really good for northern shrike. Occasionally, some years there's a hawk owl that hangs around, some years great gray. Sometimes there's open water towards the end, and we've had mink, some late ducks. Always a good road to check in November and April for short-eared owls. Redpolls, they love these alders right along the road. Definitely worth checking out. Now, do not park at the end where the curve is. There's signs too. If you're going to walk sections, park before those no parking signs. The public landing is not accessible in the winter, so you have to turn around where it dead ends. Now we're getting some blue sky now. The snow has stopped. Stone Lake Road provided a weird behaving raven. I don't know what it was doing, but I hung out a little bit and didn't see anything. And we got some mink, maybe some mink tracks along the open water here. It's on the other side of the creek, so I can't tell. But yeah, I had a flock of about 40 redpolls, and they were circling me. I was pishing as loud as I could, because they're very susceptible to pishing, but they wouldn't land. Yeah, so let's move on. I think we should go to Mary Lou's, see her new garage and birder lounge. A junco, or maybe two juncos, evening grosbeaks, and a magpie at the Zabin or Sisu feeders on McDavitt. And a blue jay. Pulling up to Mary Lou's. Wow. Nice new garage. As most of you know, Mary Lou had a catastrophic fire, burned her garage down and melted half her siding. Yeah, nice. We're expecting another really good evening grosbeak year. I think a product of a massive outbreak of spruce budworm, one of their favorite foods, out in eastern Canada during COVID. Pretty cool that this bird was described from a specimen collected by Henry Rowe Schoolcraft. Yeah, same guy who, quote-unquote, white person to discover the source of the Mississippi River. The bird was shot in 1823 near Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and sent to William Cooper, think Cooper's hawk, who described it. The Ojibwe word for this bird, Paushkundamo, which means berry breaker. And yeah, that big giant bill, the grosbeak, can be used to break cherry seeds, of wild cherries. My second red-headed woodpecker of the day. Though this one must be molting. It's lost its red head. Wanted to give you guys a heads up on a couple things we have coming up. Tiny bird art. Yes, that time of year to get your submissions in. This year, you're going to fill out your own registration form online. The medium, the size, the name of the piece, your artist statement, and then send us the artwork. And then we'll have that silent auction the last full weekend of January. That'll all be on the website. I'll have a link right on the homepage. And the bird-a-thon, the world's coldest bird-a-thon, is happening Friday and Saturday, January 6th and 7th next year. Well, it's coming up. This is a competition where you see how many species you can find in the north woods of northeast Minnesota and northwest Wisconsin. Yes, it's a big playing field. There is a one-day division. There's a two-day division. It takes a lot of strategy to plan where to go to get the most points because each species has a different point value. So a chickadee is 1 point, but hey, a gyrfalcon is 5 points. And there is a wintergreen division in which you use only your own human power to get around and find birds. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's probably the most competitive category, actually. Information about both these events, the Tiny Bird Art Silent Auction and the Bird-a-thon, World's Coldest Bird-a-thon, are on our website, saxzim.org, saxzim.org. Yeah, it'd be fun to have you participate and join us in one of those two things anyway. Well, superstar bird of the day. Boy, that's a tough one. I mean, evening grosbeaks, it's so good to see so many around this winter. But I'm going to have to give it to a junco. I know those of you who live in, anywhere south of the North Woods might think that's odd, but that is a really good bird in the winter up here. So yeah, I'm going to have to give it to them. So until next time, keep your feet in your sorrels, keep those toes warm, and keep your eyes looking up for more winter finches. How about some crossbills? Yeah, looking for crossbills. That's it. All right, take care. We'll see you in Virtually Live 32, which will be the Christmas bird count edition. Yeah, coming up. All right, take care. Bye-bye.